The year is 2026, and Harley Davidson has decided to do something that sends shockwaves through the motorcycle world. They've resurrected one of their most unique, rebellious, and iconic machines, the Harley Davidson Crossbones. This isn't just another cruiser, not just another addition to the Softail lineup. It's a return of an outlaw, a throwback to the stripped-down old-school bobbers of the past, reimagined for a new era. The Crossbones first appeared back in 2008, built on the Softail platform, and quickly earned a reputation for being unlike anything else in Harley's lineup. Its dark retro Springer front end, its solo bobber-style seat, and its blacked-out raw attitude made it stand out. It wasn't a bike for everyone. It was rough, rugged, and screamed rebellion. For years, Harley riders begged for its return, and now in 2026, the legend is back. But this time, it's evolved, blending that unmistakable outlaw DNA with cutting-edge technology, engineering, and modern performance. The first thing you notice when you see the new 2026 Crossbones is the stance. Harley didn't hold back. They've kept the signature Springer front end, a piece of mechanical art that instantly takes you back to the post-war bobber era. Here it's raw, it's exposed, and it's dripping with character, something that no telescopic fork can ever match. The beefy tires, chopped fenders, and slammed profile give the bike that low, aggressive attitude that demands respect, whether it's sitting at a stoplight or roaring down a back road. Then there's the engine, the heart of every Harley. The 2026 Crossbones comes with the latest Milwaukee-Eight 121 VVT, a monster of a power plant, producing around 130 horsepower and over 150 pound-feet of torque. Harley tuned it specifically for the Crossbones to deliver brutal low-end punch, perfect for city streets and back-road cruising. Twist the throttle, and you don't just hear the signature Harley rumble. You feel it deep in your chest. It's raw power but refined through modern engineering. With variable valve timing and liquid-cooled heads, the engine not only delivers torque on demand, but also runs cooler and more efficiently than ever. But make no mistake, the Crossbones isn't trying to be a tech-heavy touring bike. This machine is still a stripped-down bobber at its core. It doesn't drown you in gadgets or hide behind giant fairings. Instead, it gives you the essentials, an old-school design infused with just enough modern tech to make it practical and reliable in 2026. You get ride modes, cornering ABS, traction control, and cruise control, features that keep you safe without getting in the way of the raw experience. The display is a single round digital gauge, minimalistic but functional, mounted between those classic ape hanger bars. Harley also reimagined the ergonomics. The solo Springer-style seat is still there, sitting low and slammed, giving you that in-the-bike feel instead of sitting on top of it. But this time, Harley added improved suspension tuning, so it's not just about looks, it's genuinely comfortable even on longer rides. The mid-mounted foot controls strike a balance between aggressive riding and laid-back cruising, while the high bars give you that signature Crossbones silhouette. And then we get to the styling, because this bike is a statement piece as much as it is a machine. The 2026 Crossbones comes in a range of dark, menacing finishes: black denim, industrial gray, blood red, and even a distressed army green that pays homage to Harley's military roots. Every detail is dripping with attitude: blacked-out exhaust pipes with bronze tips, spoked wheels wrapped in fat tires, a chopped rear fender, and that unmistakable Springer fork shining like a mechanical skeleton. The whole bike is built to look like it rolled straight out of the late 1940s, but with the muscle and precision of 2026. What's truly fascinating is how Harley balanced tradition with innovation. On one hand, the Crossbones is unapologetically old school. It celebrates the raw metal, the exposed mechanics, the less is more philosophy that made bobbers legendary. On the other hand, it incorporates modern elements subtly: LED lighting hidden inside vintage housings, keyless ignition, Bluetooth connectivity for essentials like navigation and calls, and a discreet USB-C port tucked under the seat. The result? A bike that honors the past but doesn't get left behind in the future. Now let's talk about the ride experience. The 2026 Crossbones is not a sport bike. It doesn't want to be. But what it does offer is raw, visceral fun. The wide torque curve of the Milwaukee-Eight lets you roll on power at almost any speed, making every stoplight, launch, and highway merge feel explosive. The Springer front end, while retro, has been engineered with modern materials to offer stability and confidence, even in corners. Combine that with the fat tires, the updated suspension, and a reinforced Softail chassis, and you've got a machine that handles far better than its old-school look suggests. For those who crave customization, Harley built the Crossbones to be a blank canvas. From bobbed exhausts to mini ape hangers, from leather solo seats to blackout kits, this bike is designed for riders who want their machine to reflect their personality. And Harley knows this. That's why they've launched a complete Crossbones accessories catalog alongside the bike, making it easier than ever to turn your ride into a one-of-a-kind masterpiece. But here's where it gets even more interesting. Harley is positioning the Crossbones not just as a motorcycle, but as a cultural statement. In a world full of sleek, futuristic electric bikes and hyper-polished machines, the Crossbones is a rejection of conformity. It's raw, mechanical, and loud. It's for riders who don't just want to blend in, they want to stand out. And yes, Harley has announced that an all-electric version of the Crossbones may come in the future. But for now, the 2026 model is all about gasoline, gears, and grit. So, who is this bike for? It's for the rider who wants more than transportation. It's for the outlaw at heart, the rider who sees their motorcycle as an extension of their identity. It's for the person who doesn't just want to go from point A to point B, they want to make a statement along the way. The 2026 Harley Davidson Crossbones isn't about fitting in, it's about breaking free. When you fire it up, the sound alone tells the story. That low guttural rumble echoes decades of Harley history. But when you take off and feel the rush of torque, the precision handling, and the raw energy of the Milwaukee-Eight 121, you realize this isn't a museum piece. It's a living, breathing machine built for today's roads. The motorcycle world is changing fast, but Harley Davidson knows something. Heritage matters, character matters, and riders still crave that authentic, rebellious spirit. That's exactly what the Crossbones delivers. Heritage without compromise, rebellion without apology, and modern performance without losing its soul. In 2026, Harley didn't just bring back a bike. They brought back a legend. The Crossbones rides again, meaner, bolder, and more uncompromising than ever. And if you're brave enough to throw a leg over it, you're not just riding a motorcycle. You're carrying the torch of rebellion. This is the 2026 Harley Davidson Crossbones, where the past and future collide in the loudest, boldest way possible.